Alright guys, this is El Miguel with the bus. We got 2 updates on the bus. Well, it's actually 3 updates. We decided on a name for the bus. We were watching old Western on TV while we were camping, and it's called the Virginian, and we named the bus Trampas after one of the characters on the Virginian that seems like he's always in trouble, but he's always there for another episode round. He always gets out of it somehow or another. We thought that was pretty typical of the bus. So let me tell you about one of the problems that we experienced coming back. Owner-operator error, for sure. In the center of that screen right here, I'm going to point to it. Right here, that is the old dipstick, and what I did was I stopped at Sheets to fill up with gas, which was not a good thing, but anyway, never mind that. Stopped at Sheets, and when I checked the oil, making sure everything was going, I told you guys we have a small oil leak on the oil pan, so we went ahead and, you know, each time I was filling up, I checked the oil to make sure everything was good. What I did is I did not tighten down this dipstick, which has a piece on it to tighten it down. I just left it loose like that, pushed it back in and left it loose. Which, you know, I guess I'm used to messing with the truck, my regular trucks and things like that, so that I didn't really think about it. So anyway, we were in a hurry and trying to get back on the road, left it open. Well, let me tell you what, you have never seen a mess like it made. We dropped about 2 quarts of oil. I'm not sure you can see it as good now because a lot of it's kind of dripped off or dissipated, but let me tell you that when I opened up the hood, well, let me tell you the first part of the story. Up on the windshield right here, we were going down the road, and through that little hood scoop right there, something spattered up on the windshield of the bus. And I saw it when it did it. And I thought, well, uh-oh, we got a coolant hose that blown or something that came apart, you know, where that was liquid coming out of it, which I can tell you that on a bus, I'll show you, you can see all the oil that came off on the door and down the side of the bus, basically. And that thing pushed 2.5 quarts of oil out of it in about maybe 10 minutes. But when I saw that oil get up on that windshield right there, I knew something was up. So I went ahead and started looking for a place to pull over. We actually pulled into a gas station which was attached to a towing service, and we drove down into the towing service. And let me tell you what, these people were so nice. They had all the maintenance shop for their tow trucks and everything right there. We went in, I bought $6 worth of oil from them, and refilled the bus and got everything squared away in about 20 minutes, wiped everything down, wiped off the big part. What you can see right now is the leftovers that I couldn't wipe off. I'd already wiped this down the first time. That's more of it that dripped off coming down the road. Needless to say, when I walked out and looked at this area right here and could see oil coming down the frame rail, I think you can still see it right there. My heart sunk because I thought, oh gosh, man, this thing is, something's really happened to it that was bad. So anyway, You can see on the hood right here the places that it splashed up off the fan and ran down. Anyway, it was a not good feeling, I can tell you that for sure. But just like Trampas, oh, there you go, you can see on the back side of that the big stain on there on the back side of the generator cover, that dark area at the bottom below the Yamaha there. I'm getting ready to rinse everything off now, get it cleaned back up. Anyway, so there's my first trip story of the only thing that really went wrong on the bus. I'll tell you, the bus was fabulous. And we just did the gas mileage, which is hard to believe. I'll tell you, it just blows my mind. Even pulling through the mountains on Blue Ridge Parkway, southwest part of North Carolina, nothing through the Black Mountains right to the foothills of the Smokies, and you know, just, I mean, felt like it was a straight up trip. We got about 9.5 at a very conservative, averaged about 9.5 miles to the gallon. Probably, if I had to say, truth be known, probably better than that. I mean, I'm giving it every conservative thing that I could possibly give it. We didn't keep track of the odometer. We went back and refigured the mileage by the scale on a map, and just absolutely conservative as we can be, about 9.8 miles to the gallon, which for this is just unbelievable. I mean, the bus was loaded to the gills. It had everything in there we needed. We could have probably stayed in it forever, you know, truth be known. We had everything we could think of with us. We wanted to make positively sure, and that is on a trip. We actually were carrying about 80 gallons of water in the bus, fully fueled, 70 gallons of fuel, and all of our stuff, food for a complete, probably 2 weeks worth of food on board, you know, tools, everything we would have normally on there and more. And the bus just did phenomenal. Absolutely great. The only, like I say, the only problem we had, I had a bolt that vibrated off on the exhaust system on one of the hangers, and I stopped at a store in Franklin, North Carolina, and got a bolt and stuck it back on there right before we left. No problems at all. It took about 5 minutes to fix that. And so far I haven't started going over everything, because I'm getting ready, I'm just cleaning up, dumping the trash and doing whatever. But you know, zero problems. The bus absolutely did phenomenal. Very comfortable. We stayed in a campground in the mountains, you know, pulled in and out of everywhere it should have, never drug. People would ask about these boxes, you know. I mean, we went across train tracks and everything else you could think of and had no problems, no issues dragging or anything like that. A little bit of rain one day, everything worked good on that deal. You know, it was a great trip. So anyway, just want to give you guys an update on that. And I think in the last videos I'm going to upload the stuff about the air conditioner and all that. You guys be watching for all that, because that was fun. My wife was blown away, me too, with the air conditioner situation. That just worked absolutely awesome. And anyway, so that's an update. El Miguel out.